So hello, welcome to this week's channel update. So I still have no front facing camera on my main PC, so I'm having to record this on the laptop and sort it out from there. So what has been happening? First of all, this is Saturday evening for me. Obviously it's Sunday for you. So I have been really busy making videos. Two reasons I want to get ahead of myself. First of all, I'm moving. I have a move day for the 22nd of December. I know it's a shitty move date, but there you go. I might be moving a week later. I might be moving a week earlier. My landlord has said that he'll give me some overlap time. I'm moving from one of his properties to another one of his properties, so it makes life a little bit easier. But obviously I've got to get my whole house packed up. I now have 2 months left, so it's 8 weeks. I'm on holiday for the next week, and thanks to some nicely placed days off and some other holiday, I've actually got a lot of time off, so I've really got to make the most of it. So I'm dedicating a big chunk of time every day to the house and a little bit of time to modelling. I've been trying to cram modelling in during those times when I can't do anything else, you know, like before work and stuff like that. So as a result, I've got so far ahead of myself. Shadow's joining us, I see. You want milk, don't you? I've accidentally got him addicted to milk. I gave him some milk the other night, and now every time I go and make myself a cup of coffee, he's there at the fridge. And once he sees the bottle of milk, his paws up. He knows exactly what it is. He's smarter than he lets on. So, yeah, so, what's been happening then? So, let's go through the days, as I normally do, and I'll tell you what's been happening and what is going to happen. So last Monday we had the Robocop issue 45 and 46. We did the Pistol in the Pelvis part 1, plus we did the premium base, and I liked the premium base. Spoiler, I've had another pack come through which does contain premium base number 2. It's not quite what I was expecting, but it's nice. This coming Monday is ET issue 40 and 41. Now the ET, I used to do 3 issues at a time, but I've done 2 this time. No, I've done 1, 2, 2 and 1, and the reason I've done that is to stretch it a little bit until Christmas, because from the 1st of December my channel is shutting down as normal and we're going over to something else. So the ET's done already, but that's coming out, and I didn't write down. I've started to write down on my spreadsheet all the things that I've done in the descriptions, and I forgot to do it. Tuesday we had the Assembly of the Night Judicator, and we have got the painting coming up this week. Would you like a spoiler? Here is a spoiler for you, and it's looking lovely. The week after is going to be the Griff Hounds, and that will finish issue 33, and then on to issue 34, which is a paint issue, and now I'm starting to get too far ahead. So Wednesday was the boss, and I do apologise. It was a long issue. It was an hour and a half. It was as short as I could get it. And then this coming week we're going to be varnishing the seats, which is nice. Now I'm struggling with the bus. I mean, I never thought it would be super simple, and it's my first wooden kit, so I'm naturally going to get novice issues. And the issues that I'm having is when to prep, when to paint. I'm painting stuff and then I'm having to sand it. This is a few weeks ahead. This is actually 2 weeks ahead, but that's where I'm actually up to, and I've stuck the sides on, and now I'm going to have to sand all of that down again to make it all flush. But there's the seats inside all varnished, and I am super happy with them. They have come out so nice. this is a really good tool. I'm going to talk about airbrushes a little bit later, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. Yeah, I mean, I've just sat and painted all of this, and I've then glued the sides on. I've done a little bit extra, which is this bit. Why did I do that bit extra? Oh yes, because there's a gap. Everywhere you place the bits of wood, like there for example, you get a little gap. And obviously you've got where this is going to go. So I've had to put that in so that I could then put the filler on it and then sand the filler down. That is super smooth. But now, more filler. Now, the issue I've got there is if I'd have done it as per the instructions, I'd have put the roof on, then I'd have stuck that in. How would I have filled that gap? So you've probably got to sit there reading the instructions through multiple times, and obviously once you've done a few, ooh, something's just cracked. Put it down. So yeah, once you've done a few models, you kind of get to know what the problems are going to be. I mean, I thought I might have to pin those sides in, which would have been a nightmare, but turns out I didn't need to. So Thursday I slung in a completely random video. I'd been doing quite well, getting loads done, and I decided I'm just going to have a bit of me time. And I'd got these new paints from Army Painter, and I wanted to try them out, and I've been trying them out, and I started work on this little troll. It didn't come out very good, but you know, that's what happens. All's good. You know, I always say every time something goes wrong, it's a learning experience. This coming Thursday I'm putting together a video. I said that I was going to bring a company that does miniatures, and I bought some mystery boxes, and I really don't know what to do with it. One of the boxes I got, this is the miniature. This is only the head. Yeah, that is only the head. Okay, this is how epic this is. Oh, so there's the base. This is the body, and I love it because I've hurt myself so many times on these spikes. I always say if you're hurting yourself on the spikes, it's a good model. So that's the head and the body, and then you've got this arm comes in with this massive axe. It's a two-handed axe, and then here's the other arm. And this is this is the big miniature, and then you get some 3 minions with it as well. And to be honest with you, this is the box I wish I'd subscribed to. However, there were loads and loads of issues with it. Oh, there's the base, by the way, and I like that. I can paint rock really well, so that's a good base for me. So I'll be honest with you, I'm in the process of making a review, and it's not very favourable at the moment. I don't like giving scathing reviews. There are plenty of nice things, but I don't know if I can afford to bring the big box to the channel every month. I'm having a look at a company. I've emailed them about the box. There were parts that were broken. There were no instructions. Because I'd ordered 3 boxes, he lumped 3 things in all at once. You had prints for 2 different models on one piece, and then he was wrapping them up, and he's put like this miniature and that miniature together. At least if there was a little label or something on them, it would have been fine. And I've got all these little extra pieces, and I don't know where they go because there's no instructions, so it's a little bit frustrating. But other than that, it's really good. So Friday I did issue 13 of the Lancaster. That was stage 18. I've called it stage 18. I think it was gluing 2 pieces of fuselage together, I think. Now, spoiler for the Lancaster, it's not quite gone in the direction I want it to go in. there's been a few issues with it, which you'll find out. But what I've done is next week, this coming Thursday, is going to be the painting of it, stages 14 and 16. So it's the same as you've seen on the other side of the fuselage, but obviously on this side. The following week is the weathering, and then we are effectively finishing the build there. Effectively, we have got 17 and 18. I'm calling it a double issue. I bought something for it, which I'm going to then use to test things with. I've probably given away what I bought there, so that's going to be a double issue. And then the following week is a double issue. I'm doing the propellers. Now I've cheated a little bit. I've done 2 propellers and I've called them a double issue. Now there is a missing part, so I can't make 4 propellers, but I figure if Hachette can do 1 propeller per issue, I think I can do 2 propellers per issue. Yeah, gives me a little bit of catch-up time. Then on the 29th of November, which will be my last issue, I'm doing a little bit of painting. Now, do you remember this guy? This is the pilot. This is Guy Gibson. Well, the last week is going to be the navigator, and I'm really sorry about the bad lighting, but then this isn't a video to show you everything I've done. One thing I'm especially pleased with, he has very shiny shoes, and he has goggles with glass in. He doesn't have goggles with glass in. I've just painted to make it look like it's got glass in, so I'm a bit happy with that. Then we take the Christmas break, and then we come back on the 10th of January. And what I'm aiming to do, I might be flitting around on the Lancaster a little bit, but I want to make sure I've done on the Hong Kong everything that Hachette has done. So if Hachette do it, we'll do it on. But basically what I'm going to have to really crack on with in the new year is getting that cockpit done. And once the cockpit's done, we can then quite easily follow Hachette. Saturday, we have just had, it's not come out yet, or has it come out? It's just, to me it's just about to come out, but it came out last night. We have got issues 4 to 6 of the Hachette Lancaster, which we're doing a catch up on, and it's just checking the parts, and then obviously next week will be issue 7 to 9. And then that brings us today when we have a channel update. Now, I'll probably mention this loads of times between now and the new year. I do my channel update at 6 o'clock. The last channel update of the year will be 1st of December. The next one will then be on the 5th of January, and it's now going to come in at 10 in the morning. The reason it's going to come in at 10 in the morning is because I'm hoping to do figure painting. I'm looking for mystery boxes. I think Mythforge, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. So I'm waiting for them to reply to my email. But the plan was that I would end up doing that. And then, so that will come out at 6 o'clock. Which is why the channel update's moving to 10. Also after the new year, the Lancaster will the Hong Kong models will stay. Sorry, bear with me a sec. I've just seen a little, oh that's lucky, I just found a little bit of the figure that I got today. Found it on the desk. So the Hong Kong will always be 6 o'clock, but I'm going to be doing the Hachette one, and that will come out on a Friday at 4 o'clock. Should we say 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock, just before the Hong Kong. So it's going to be 2 video releases a day, and I think that will work so much better, because then on the Hong Kong models one I can focus purely on the Hong Kong models, and then not on 2. So there'll be 2 separate videos coming out in the day. So yeah, that's the plan. So channel shut down Christmas, so from the 1st of December we're doing the mystery box, sorry, the advent calendar, the mystery crime. Now I have filmed up to episode 9. They don't take an awful lot of time to film because they are just showing you new clues, and then I tell you my thoughts, and then we move on to the next day. And then on the 25th of December they come out as a reveal. Now that's going to be coming out at 6 in the morning. Well, it's the time I did my advent calendar last year, and I think my thought was, if you have an advent calendar, the first thing you do in the morning is open whatever's behind that door. So I've released it at 6 in the morning, which then ties in nicely. So from the 25th of December we have got a series coming out called the 12 days of our Airfix starter sets. So apparently this took people by surprise. A lot of people didn't seem to realise that you've heard the song 12 Days of Christmas. People didn't realise that the first day of Christmas was the 25th of December. So the 12 days of Christmas actually goes through to the 2nd of January, and this is where 12 days after Christmas is where, you know, if you don't take your decorations down within 12 days after Christmas, it's considered unlucky, and that's because it's the 12th day of Christmas, I assume. I'm pretty sure Building with the Boys will come out with another interesting story. He's been doing some Halloween stuff, and it's been riveting. Really has been good fun. So I have built the first Airfix starter set, and it's alright. I'm really enjoying it actually. So this is the first build. I'm trying to give it a flattering angle. I'll be absolutely honest with you, I have built it from the perspective of someone who's never modelled before. But look, propeller goes round. So I'm alright with that, and I've built this only with Airfix stuff. So the concept is, you wake up Christmas Day, you have 12 model kit, or so you have a model kit, and I've chosen the Spitfire. It's not the easy. I don't think it's the easiest starter set to do. Excuse me, I'm going to smoke. I don't care. So you have, the reason I've chosen the Spitfire is, if you were given a Airfix kit by somebody, I don't know, maybe you're a teenage kid and you've got your first model kit, it's probably going to be a Spitfire. So I've started off with a Spitfire. Then we've looked at any issues that we have, and then we rectify that in the next video, and then we look at another issue, and so on and so forth. So spoiler, I'm doing the second one at the moment, which is the Tiger 1. The Tiger 1 is the one that I feel is the easiest starter set going. There aren't an awful lot easier, and the problem I found with the first set was painting a whole aircraft with a size 2 brush was a bit of a nightmare. So the piece of equipment we've introduced into the second video is a bigger paintbrush, a flat paintbrush. So this one, and so on and so forth. Now I am going for it. At one point I will be introducing an airbrush. Each video won't necessarily represent a day. Each video will represent the next stage of your modelling journey. So your second Airfix starter set could be a week or a month or even a year after. So it's kind of experience levels. And then once we get to the 12th day, I've got a beautiful kit lined up. It is in our Airfix starter set. It's not going to be a hard one. Spoiler, I've built it before. And it's one that you can use all the pieces of equipment on. It's going to look absolutely lovely, and hopefully it's going to go really well. Telford's coming up in a few weeks. I'm really sorry, guys. I cannot make it. I've got priorities. For me, last time I went to a model show, I spent £1,000. And I think really ideally to get the most out of a model show you need to take a lot of money. I went to the Scottish show year before last. I spent £1,000. I don't regret a thing because absolutely everything I bought was discounted for the show. So I think I got about 1,600 quid's worth of stuff. And I also got stuff that I wouldn't have been able to get elsewhere. We had second-hand dealers there. I wouldn't have found those dealers, and I've got contacts now. I've got people who make miniatures, people who make figures, people who do this, people who do that. So I don't regret a thing. I don't regret spending that money. But you need money to take advantage of a trade show. What I'm going to be doing for next year, I've got this superb plan. You're going to love this. I am going to save 20. See, I've got part works that are finished now, so I'm going to save £20 a week into what I'm calling a Telford fund. That will give me £1,000 over a year. Next year I'm going. So you won't keep me away next year, but I can get £1,000. It's going to come out of my savings, but the savings is for buying a house. I really want to buy a house, and I want to save up the deposit, and I need to save up. I can't buy a house for a year and a half because I'm on a debt repayment plan, but I'm on my way to be able to buy a house, and I just need a deposit, and I only need about £5,000 or £10,000. I'm halfway there. Second reason, if I'm going to take money out of my savings, isn't moving costs a priority? I mean, I now need to spend £100 just on cardboard boxes, and then I need to sort out a van hire so that I can get things done quicker. I need to sort out holiday with work. Ideally, I need to cancel this holiday. I've taken time off for Telford, and I really need to take it off for moving date. But I'm convinced that the route I'm going to go down is going to get everything boxed up, and I'm going to put a little advert out in our local group. Two youngish lads, maybe unemployed, wants to earn themselves a few quid, just moving some stuff from my house to the van, and then from the van to the new house. What's that, 20-30 quid a piece? Couple of hours work, but you know what I mean. So that's about it. That's about my whole life at the moment. I might be doing a product review. I found, you're gonna love them. I found these. So I was watching a YouTube short, and this girl, she's a Warhammer painter, and she found these makeup things, carousels. I'm trying to move it now, and she uses it all for putting her paints and things on. And she said they were like 20 quid. Would she recommend buying them? No. The reason buying them is since she bought them, they've gone up in price and they're nearly 50 quid. And I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't pay 50 quid for that, no chance. But I just thought, oh really? So I had a little quick look on Amazon, and I know Amazon is the big evil corporation and that, but one good thing about Amazon is if you're not happy, you send it back. I'll show you something I'm sending back in a minute because it's quite funny. So I had a little look. They're £10 a piece, so I bought 2, and I love them so much I'm going to be buying another 2. The only issue I've got with them is there's only 4 shelves. So if you look on the here, look, there's a shelf there, a shelf there, a shelf there, and then there's one there. Now this one, sorry guys, I've changed the camera. So you see you've got a shelf there, one there, and one there. Now this one has to be there because this part of the top has got cutouts, so you need this bottom bit so that you can put things into the cutout. And as you can see, I've got some minis that I'm working on there. I'd like a shelf there, maybe put one there, put one there, put one there. I can get more racks in. Now that's not the biggest problem in the world because I could probably make some. You get these little where are they? You get these little elastic bands. They got these little hooks that go in, and you wrap a little elastic band round, and that stops it from falling apart. So I could probably make some. Maybe if I had a 3D printer, maybe I could make some on the design some and print them off. But it's all good. And the other issue is you can't, because it's a tab lock system, you can't, wherever you put a shelf, the next quarter you can't put the shelf at the same level because it's blocked the holes from the previous one. So you kind of have to have them like that. But it's not the biggest problem. But my spray booth is a bit of a mess. I've got things put all over the place, and as I'm using them it gets messier and messier. So I thought, well, one of those will definitely go in there then, won't it? But yeah, I think I'll have a little play at modifying it. And this is something that I've always been going on about. If you buy something designed for modelling, it's 5 times the price of something else, of a cheaper alternative. And I can't help thinking we as modelers get ripped off. Let me give you an example. I bought this. This is the Tamiya paint stand. So you put your Tamiya paints on like that, and then when you want a particular colour, you spin it round so that the colour you want is there. Right, well, 2 issues with it. One is it's just a platform look. Now you can go on to something like Thingiverse and get some inserts so that you can get them, and then obviously you can get different inserts for 17mm bottles, so they can go in quite nicely. But I've just put this through the hole in the thing. But this is 25 quid, right? Some people say it's probably worth it. Now I've got the spray stand, which is actually exactly the same. It's got the same base. You can actually put them all together if you wanted. So you could have your spray bit there, link it on there. Got a little screw, and it all spins. Lovely, absolutely fine. But I was in Hobbycraft. For 10 quid you can get a cake stand like this. It's bigger, does exactly the same job for 2/5 of the price. And this is the thing. Now these stands, if they were, I mean, look, if this was 25 quid, right? If Tamiya sold this, how much do you think you're looking at? It's got to be at least 50 quid, isn't it? Now, all right, they might use different materials. Probably don't want the see-through one. Maybe the see-through one's nice because it acts as a display case. But you know, it's you're talking 50 quid. 50 quid, I think, is too much. So jewellery makeup stand, 10 quid. Perfect for the job. So right, so I am on holiday for the next 7 days, and then next Saturday, when I'm not on holiday, I'm actually on a long weekend, so I've got another 4 days off. Then I go back into work for 2 days. Why have I got myself off? Oh, I see, yes. And then I'm off. I might have got that wrong. But I think I'm off for 11 days. I'm back in for 2 days, and then I'm off for 2 days because of holiday. And then the week after that, I don't know. And then it's Christmas, getting into Christmas week. And all rotors go out the window. Everything gets changed. So yeah, I don't know. So I've got an awful lot of time off. So my timetable for each day is going to be, I've allocated one room in my house per day. I'm going to spend an hour sorting things out. I'm then going to have 15 minutes in the craft room tidying, and then I'm going to have half an hour in the kitchen. So that's about just short of 2 hours a day, and the rest is modelling time. And then there's a nice balance there of doing my chores and doing my fun stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be up to. Going to bed nice and late, trying to get myself into the swing of going to bed late. I work late shifts now, but my body clock is still getting me up at 8 in the morning, and it's very difficult trying to go to bed at 3 in the morning, because maybe that's when I finished work, and then still waking up at 7 or 8 in the morning. Question for you guys: what did you spend your extra hour on? That's what I meant to say right at the beginning. Clocks went back, didn't they? So if the clocks hadn't gone back, this would now be 7 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock. I know what I'm planning on doing with my extra hour. It's probably modelling, hopefully modelling. So what I would like to do is I'd like to do a couple of lives this week. What do you guys think? All I really need to do a live is to get this overhead camera and hook it up to the laptop, and I'm good to go. But I also want to spend a bit of time on the PC. I want to unplug it. I want to check all the plugs. Someone suggested to me, I still don't know what the problem is. Why do, for example, I've got a memory card reader that doesn't work, and then I've got another memory card reader that does work. The Ethernet cable's not working, and the Wi-Fi's not working. I've got a Wi-Fi, what do you call it? You know when you plug it into your computer and it receives Wi-Fi? That doesn't work. So someone suggested to me it might be certain plugs, certain USB ports. I don't think that's what the problem is, but I've got a theory about the Wi-Fi. I'm wondering if the Wi-Fi is not working because I've got the Ethernet cable plugged in. Maybe that's taken all the priority. So ever so simple job, I'm going to disconnect the Ethernet cable and maybe I'll have Wi-Fi. If I have Wi-Fi, fantastic. So I am going to do a couple of lives, but I'm not going to do anything specific, and I think I'm just going to work on this guy. I might even work on some of the myth forged models. So that video for Myth Forged will be coming out on Thursday, because that will give me time to sort things out. So to give you an idea of how far in advance I have worked my videos out, the only videos I've got left to do this year is part 2 of issue 35 of the Warhammer, which is this dude, and there's his wings. Sorry, it's her. I keep calling him a him because it's a Warhammer figure. I keep saying he. They're warriors, but this figure's got breasts, so it's got to be her, unless it's I don't know. We're not even going to go there. But oh, I've lost a piece. No, I haven't lost a piece. I thought I'd lost a piece. So I've done this one in sub-assemblies, but all I've got left to do is paint that, and that is Warhammer done until the end of the year. And then I've got 3 issues of bus. Now I've slowed the bus down a bit. I have this plan, and I've slowed the plan down because the next issue was going to be stages 1 to 24, and the decals. I was going to put the decals on the side. Now it's all the sanding and the prep work that's really taken it out of me. On the one hand, I'm really enjoying it. I really am enjoying it, but because there's a lot of it and it's new skills, it's stuff that I haven't done before, it is taking so much out of me, and it's taking so long, and I'm running the risk. If I show you, I have to edit the videos, otherwise they're 3-4 hours long. And it's not, the whole point of my videos is that each video represents 2 to 3 hours, half an hour of time. With the bus, I'm doing it in stages, and sometimes these are taking days to complete, and that's not kind of the whole principle. So it's the editing, and it's but it's like I was gonna take a gamble. I don't know if you can see it with this camera lighting. That isn't absolutely perfectly smooth. It's a little bit rough. Now, I thought I'll get away with it because the stickers are actually stickers. They're quite thick stickers, and I think that'll cover that up. But I've decided I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to have to put a little bit of filler in along that line. I got to look at the instructions and the final pictures. I might have to rescribe that line to make it look like a separate panel. But while I'm putting filler in there, I might as well just put a load of filler in there. So I thought what I'll do is I'll just get a massive lump of filler, and I'll just rub it along there, and it'll be about 1 millimeter thicker, and then I'll get the sander and I'll just take that down smooth, just like I did with that one. I wish you could feel this, guys, because that's sanding. But I now want to go over all of it, because I've given this a light rub and it's taken the top layer of paint off. Not enough that you can see the wood underneath, but it's taken all that roughness off, and it's really, really smooth. You're not ever going to feel that because you can't, well, you could get your finger in there, but I want that same effect on the outside. So all it is just get something like a 2000 grit sanding stick and just give it a light rub, and if it needs another coat of paint, you put another coat of paint on, give it a light rub. So long as you aren't removing all of the paint, you are still going to build the paint up. It's a little bit like taking 1 step backwards, 2 steps forwards, 1 step back, 2 steps forwards. So you're still progressing forwards, and you get a better result. So that's what I'm going to work on next. So I've got 3 videos to make, so I'm going to be doing stages 20. I've put the instructions over there so I can't see it, but stages 21 to 24 minus the decals. Then the next week will be stages 20 to 24. I forget what stage 20. Oh, stage 20 is a sticker that's going in there. Now I have said right, yes, because I've got to paint it, I don't want to put that sticker in. If I don't put the sticker in, I can't accidentally paint over it. So I thought I'll jump forwards and then put the sticker in last, and then we'll finish the year off with stage 25. What stage 25, I hear you ask? Don't know, absolutely no idea. It's in the instructions. Right, so that is it for the week. Hopefully it's going to be a fantastic week. I can't even tell you what my Saturday off was like because I haven't finished it. All I can tell you is Wickham won. We are now second in the table. We are above a team that's beaten us. East Kilbride are through to the 3rd round of the Scottish Cup. That's really big news. I was going to go today, and time just got away with me, and I partially regret it now. But East Kilbride's 3rd round of the Scottish Cup. 3rd round of the Scottish Cup is like the 2nd round of the English FA Cup. It's the next. We've got to win one more, and we're in with the big boys. So yes, guys, so I am going to finish there, and I am going to go through to the kitchen. I'm going to do some washing up, and I'm going to have something to eat. Don't know what I'm going to have. Maybe chicken and chips. How's that sound? Take care, guys. I'll catch you next week. Short one this week. Bye bye.